I'm pretty sure the war on drugs, I think it was done by Nixon. He made drugs a very bad thing and made them illegal and like started painting them a bad picture for drugs, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot of controversy with it. But I think there are some bad things with it, including I think debt has built up from the war on drugs, and many more people have been to jail because of the war on drugs, which we pay for.
Does marijuana use lead to any other usage of drugs?
I've got to believe that it does. I got to believe that marijuana is like a gateway drug for a lot of people. It'd be hard for me to believe that somebody who's hooked on crack cocaine or heroin didn't start probably started by smoking marijuana. That's my guess. So I think it is a gateway drug.
You would think that it would, but according to psychology, it's actually not true. Again, not sure why that happens psychologically, but it doesn't. According to a lot of people do use it, like use marijuana, they use other drugs that give them more of a feeling and a gateway drug. But according to psychology, they say their brain doesn't necessarily work like that, to where it's kind of like a precursor to the next drug.
Well, there's a lot of people who have benefited from it, but I'd have to say that the drug dealers benefit the most, just because they're getting a profit out of it.
Percentages. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So like, does everybody who smoked marijuana get hooked on marijuana? The answer is of course no.
No.
Because it's not an addictive drug, right?
But I'm
It
not
can
saying
be.
it can be, but I'm just saying to you that not everybody, like you'll get people, like I'll give you an example with smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I know my mother smoked cigarettes. She died when she was 90. She smoked cigarettes her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So she was an example of, hey, that's not what killed her.
Right.
So she would say, hey, look at me. I smoke cigarettes. Nothing bad happens to me. And I used to tell her, yeah, but Mom, you're an anomaly. You know what that means? You're like, that's an exception.
Right.
It's an exception. Look at the statistics.
Not everyone's that lucky.
Yeah, because like you could say this too. Well, if there was a busy highway, like cars going shh, could you run across there and not get hit? Yes.
Yeah.
But why don't you? Because you play the percentages.
Yeah.
Right.
The percentages are
slim.
that you're raising the percentages that you're going to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about marijuana. I feel like if you smoke marijuana, will you become hooked and addicted, and will it lead to other drugs? Not necessarily, but I think the percentages are higher. Like I find it hard to believe, like I said, that a heroin addict didn't start off with
Right.
smoking marijuana.
That's what
Right.
Officer Garska said too. He was
Hard
like,
to argue.
And like I feel like if nothing bad happens with smoking marijuana, they're not gonna think that anything that major will happen with any other drugs, so that's why they'll go try them.
And it may not, but
Right.
but it may. That's the key.
Right.
So what do you three think? It's not important what I think.